All right, let's take you back to what took place on Friday night with Wits and Maritzburg United. Now, Maritzburg United, how they got their goal against Bidvest Wits was fascinating to watch. You guys want to unpack it, Pumudzo?
I'll take you to transitional play and offensive transition that we're speaking about. Counter-attack that Maritzburg used in this moment. And when we roll it, you're going to see that Dalen Klassen is the man that wins the ball. And when Dalen Klassen wins the ball, Maritzburg is ready. They are set.
So here it is. And as we look at it here, a little Shibobo. This was just for Nje.
Yeah.
We love this.
Yeah.
Shibobo Plunganje.
Progression. Angithi ile into ifunani progression Shibobo le. Immediately after Shibobo deliver a course, but bekuba mnandi kakhulu if there was a goal from this situation.
Hey, marumshayeli uduty man.
I'm trapped.
Hey, umshayeli. And then Kunene throws in the ball. This is when we talk about South African flair, and it just needed the icing on the cake. But we threw that in just for Nje.
Control.
Yeah. Just because that's how we play our football here. Here's how it came, the goal that Maritzburg scored and how it was that moment occurred from Bidvest Wits being the ones on the attack. Then, one of the best counter-attacking sides in South African football. They made them pay. The ball goes here from Hlanti. It goes to the young man, Gaugelo Sekota.
But look at the pressing from Klassen. When he wins the ball, Maritzburg United are set already. They go wide in this instance, but look at the run by Kutumela. He makes sure that he stays on side. Now, why did they use that space? They are using the space that Hlanti had left whilst he was overlapping. And when Maritzburg gets the ball, they're thinking forward, playing forward, and what a ball by Sone there to be able to find Kutumela. And Kutumela really comes himself down and in the back of the net. And this is the goal that handed Maritzburg all the 3 points.
He took his time, telling ice, puts it in the back of the net.
Also, just to highlight a very critical point is the speed of play with less touches on the ball. Maritzburg, after regaining the position, the cues. Look at the speed, the change of tempo, the speed of movement, speed of support. It tells you they work on these things. Teams are vulnerable when they're in position of the ball.
Did Wits deserve a penalty?
There
was a penalty appeal. Mutupa goes down in the box. We've got that. Let's look at it.
Here we talk about defend him. We'll have a look at it from all the angles.
So Wits coming here. Hlanti the long ball forward. Mutupa picks it up. Duruk comes out to cover him. But eventually Mutupa gets in the box with Duruk.
Yes. I think as a defender, you need to be patient. I was largely in this situation because Mutupa is not just a player, he's a very skillful player. Hey. But what Duruk does, he recovery, it won't make him to touch the ball. Because if you see it from the slow motion point of view, you'll realize that he touches the ball. Mutupa is a very skillful player. You don't just die for Mutupa. The whole day.
As he comes around the corner, he doesn't touch Mutupa there, doesn't touch him.
Nothing whatsoever.
Gets the ball.
The whole day.
Every day. Risk, though. What a risk.
It was an inch-perfect tackle.
Remember the last Soweto derby? Parker had a similar situation. Referee was far. There was no touch. They pointed to the spot because it's a risk to dive in the box.
Thomas, in instances like that, what you need to do as Jeruk, when the ball was played, he had an opportunity to tackle outside the box. He had an opportunity to tackle closer to the line, which he did not do. But he puts an inch-perfect tackle there and wins the ball. On another day, another referee gives a penalty there.
Let's move on to Highlands Park up against Bloemfontein Celtic. Now, this game had it all. It was our feature game on Saturday on La Duma. And Jackson Mabokgwane has had a great season. 16 games, conceded just 16 goals, 5 clean sheets. But the mistake here already started to show signs of not comfortable with the ball at the ground on this day.
I think, Thomas, from any goalkeeper, this mistake on its own, it knocks your confidence. Your confidence goes a bit attached to lower because these are very, it's not a back pass. Let's start from there. This is not a back pass. Shaking in the situation, he was trying to block the ball. Jackson, what he could have done is to secure and handle the ball up.
Then, look at what happens here. As just a few moments later, ball thrown in by Manyama. And what does Jackson Mabokgwane do there?
It's needed to be a routine catch from Jackson Mabokgwane. It's not a routine catch because he takes his eye off the ball. He loses concentration at the critical moment. He's thinking about the counter-attack. He's thinking of catching the ball and starting a counter for Bloemfontein Celtic. But he needs to gather the ball first. Another teaching moment is Shalulile can never be offside because the ball is played backwards towards him. And that's why he's not offside. Because some people are asking me on social media to say, but the goal was offside. It's not offside because Mbata plays the ball back to Shalulile and he puts it in the back of the net.
As long as he didn't play it forward, as long as Shalulile was not in front of Mbata, there was no offside. He stood behind Mbata. Mbata rolls it in, says thank you very much. And that goal absolutely counts. But Jackson Mabokwani will be asking himself some big questions as to where the confidence was on those two errors that he made. Moving on to what happened here with the ball being thrown into the box. We love great pieces of defending, don't we, Dr. Mnani?
We definitely do, Thomas. But again, from this situation, goalkeeping error again, Hugh should have claimed that to secure position for Highlands Park. But again, let's look at here. Mzava does a very good block. As a defender, you must be able to deal with any multifunctional responsibility.
Because Celtic,
it takes them
they're
back
in
because
the game.
it's 2-1. It's 30 plus minutes to go. So I think it's a good block from Mzava. It's wrong
We
the
love
body
it when
on the line.
defenders do great work like that, and that's how it was that the clean sheet even occurred. A 2-0 victory there for Highlands Park based on some of that terrific defending there from Mzava. But look at this. Pomozo, if we look at this situation here, the ball gets played in. Now, how come Fransman ends up on the floor?
He ends up on the floor because he's trying to block Justice Chabalala from getting back into position. And Justice Chabalala says, because you're blocking me to get back into position quickly, I'll give you a lower cut. I'm showing a lower cut on the abdominal area. He did not see anything, but I'm still saying Fransman starts this.
I never.
No, Fransman starts this.
What do you mean?
What are you
We'll
saying,
show it.
Thomas?
We'll show it.
As much as you say there was a block, Nyana Fransman
okay.
There
stood
was a
in the
block,
way.
it's a block, yeah, and it's a block. Yes.
Look at the slow-mo.
Now we are shooting. Yeah, but look at your face.
Well,
Look,
Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah,
There's
no,
Fransman. Fransman starts
and
it.
then Ku.
Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, Utia.
Let me tell you one thing. I'm a referee. Normally focus on the ball.
Utia.
They're looking at you to play the ball. But now, this incident,
Let's look.
assistant didn't
look
see
close.
it. Beg
Look
it block.
Two. England.
Yes.
Red card. Shabalala just arrived at the club's third game. Usha England.
Thomas, let's just clear Kuti. There was a block from Bevan Fransman. And Magam blocker, Chabalala punches him. He was retaliating.
In response to blocking
Nothing-
Indy. According to you guys, he
No,
responds.
we're not condoning it.
We're not
condoning it as he condoned. But what we're saying with Bevan is as guilty as Shabalala.
Chabalala.
Bevan started it.
Okay, so for what Bevan did,
Yeah.
would he, if the ref had seen it,
Yeah.
would he have got a red card?
Bevan,
Yeah.
yellow card.
So, and if the ref had seen Shabalal, so they're not the same.
Retaliation.
Yeah. So it's not the same. Ne?
It's not the same.
Okay,
But
thank
when
No, I'm just checking that it's not the same. 1 minute into the game. Look at this. Nicholas Lukubeni. Just his third game for Mamelodi Sundowns. Takes everybody on against Chippa.
Again, from this situation, Thomas, you talk about stealing, acceleration from a youngster. But again, most important part is the recognition of the space. He sees the space, no one is trying to block him. And what happens? Uzithola towards a park, urelaxile. And for me, I still believe that Chippa could have done better because if you look at it from the slow motion point of view, look at the distance. It's about 50 meters. Walk Carlton Center. Look at the finish.
And you know, when you think of how much football Lukubeni has played, he played 4 minutes in November against Golden Arrows, 90 minutes against Stellenbosch in December. Since then, not played in the league. Comes into a game where Pitso gives him a chance, and look what he does.
It shows the focus of the youngster. He last played on the 12th of November. And in that game, he played 90 minutes. And there was games that he was not even on the bench. He did not make the team. The reason he's getting an opportunity to play now is that injury to Tapelo Morena. It gives him an opportunity. 23 years, Thomas. Look at that run. He's reading of the game in terms of anticipation, winning that ball, and accelerating forward, using the space and time that is given to him. And he ends up getting that goal in the critical phase of the game. It was a good job done by that youngster.
Sundowns had really good chances, and maybe even goal of the season potential chances had they gone into the net here. This Chippa defense had no answer for Serino here.
Unbelievable strike again. Mota, I think in no man's land in that situation. But again, you talk about Sundowns that has confidence. Sundowns that can do anything on the field. Adaptation, it was very hot in Pretoria. But look at Sundowns adapted to this weather. But the pressure they were piling with Chippa, I can tell you the score could have been worse, Thomas.
So it hits the crossbar there. this was not the end of the day for balls hitting the crossbar from a Chippa perspective. And Sundowns continued to ask big questions because, again, ball given away cheaply, and Sorino combining with Villa, Mabue.
4 players touches the ball. Andy Lejali starts the move. Villa gives that final pass. Mabue, he's the crossbar in that instance. He was looking for his second goal of the season. I've played 15 games and 1 goal so far. But in terms of the technique, Thomas, he did everything right, going across the goalkeeper in that instance. That's how Mamelodi Sundowns were getting a lot of joy on the right-hand side. If you listened well to Pitso Mosimane, the tactic that Chippa United was using on the day, they were trying to overload their right-hand side, which meant that their left-hand side was exposed. That's why Mamelodi Sundowns were exposing that right-hand side.
Now, Mtetwa at Chippa United got a red card here, and a penalty was awarded as well. A lot of you are confused at home about why was it a straight red card. Mtetwa with the pull on Vilagazi. Why straight red?
He's not challenging for the ball, Thomas. The reason why he gets a straight red card is had he made the challenge using his foot, Thomas, there would have been a penalty and a yellow card.
So he's denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity.
Denying an obvious goal-scoring opportunity by holding on. He's not even attempting to play with his feet, Thomas.
Yeah.
That's why the referee gives a straight red. If you use his feet here, then it should have been a yellow card because he uses his hands to bring down Villa, and it's an obvious goal-scoring opportunity. That's why it's given as a red card.
The rule says you must challenge for the ball.
Yeah.
If you don't challenge for the ball and you just pull a player or you do something like that, that's a straight red. And it took a while for it to happen, for the red card to come. Why did it take so long?
Because the ref had to consult the assistant. So let's apply the rules in this action. So when he applies the rules, it clearly says he must be sent off.
He had to look first. Was Villa in control of the ball?
Yes.
Were there any defenders that could have got back to cover?
Definitely no.
No. Did he attempt
was attempting to play the ball?
Did he make an attempt to play the ball?
No.
Was there any challenge? No. Then they said no.
But we must just say thank you to technology because once they were if the technology was not there, they were not going to be able to communicate. But all of those questions he would have had to ask himself to say, was it obvious? Was Villa in control of the ball? Was he attempting to play the ball? All those questions were answered, and it's a good refereeing from Muchivan.
Straight red card. Now you know. You're not allowed to just pull somebody in the box because that's a straight red. But
Exactly.
and that's a yellow card and a penalty. Mar just pulling. That's a straight red. That's how the rules have worked in order to try and prevent that triple punishment that used to happen. FIFA getting rid of it, and that was a great example of how the new rule that came out, I think in 2017, is applied. Time for a break. After the break, well, what happened between Chiefs and Maritzburg United? At Pay with a big mistake. I'm going to ask them, what should the goalkeeping situation be in the weeks to come? Does that make a difference in Middendorp's thinking? And then, Arrows winning, but Amazulu feel that they shouldn't have had a penalty against them. We'll look at that. That's coming up after this.